in Columbus, Ohio. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. There is some big news down here on the sideline. I can see a big group of people as they have one of the top recruits in the country here on the sidelines for this game. As you know, their senior will be leaving after this year. This is a team that can really bring in big-time recruits, and that is no exception. One of the top quarterbacks in the country here watching the action here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Buffaloes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Headed outside, it's Jackson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down, say it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Makes a catch at the 10. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Straight ahead, it's Young. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Lewis to throw. Turns up, it's Young. He gets it past the first down mark.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Keeps it moving. It's Young. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Lewis to throw. Caught by Williams on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking down the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And he gets it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Here comes the heat. Buried before he could blink. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Immediately fires to the middle. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Say it. Holds it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. And give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Makes the catch, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they have the first points of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Takes the handoff, it's Jackson.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
I mean, not only were those two guys not on the same page, I don't think they were in the same playbook. They barely looked like they were on the same team. Now it's third down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They booted away on fourth down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throwing, Lewis. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Second and long here. Hands it off. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Here's Lewis. Right side, it's Gibson. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Sayin to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Sayin. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Gives it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's so nice.
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. On the return. He's brought down and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Out wide left, it's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Sayin. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
On the move, it's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, say it. Look out. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffs! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Lewis to throw. He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's Lewis. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Surge Force ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready? Shift.
Say it. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Rodgers. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Out wide right, it's Smith. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Ripping through the defense. And he scores! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing, Lewis. Rushes on. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Drops back on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Lewis wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Trying to get through the noise. It's Lewis working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Long way to go on second down. Lewis lets it fly. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It's Lewis again. Right side, it's Young. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This crowd knows when to bring it. Here's Lewis. Has to throw it away on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making the adjustment. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He tries to take the top off. He's got it down the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's Texas A&M looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Left side is Young. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. From inside the 10, here he comes. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Lewis on the play action. Throwing right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Lewis. Fires quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Young. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Sees a crease. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out. But he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Second and long here. Lewis rolls right, fires downfield. Right side, it's Danzy. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Lewis to throw. Turns it upfield. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer.
Those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls apart.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature. They're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Snags it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Trying to run, it's Rodgers. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Say it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Headed for the fourth quarter now, and this quarterback battle looks like this. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. This quarter off with a touchdown right here. From the gun on third down, say it. That's got it. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring a 4th and goal.
Big decision now for the head coach with 4th down close to the goal line. You're down by 3. It's the fourth quarter. Do you take advantage of this field position and go for the knockout blow, try to take the lead? I would play it safe here, count on my defense to get me the football back and give me a chance to win. And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Delayed handoff. It's Young. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Touchdown! Buckeye! A pick 6. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Bowie. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 35, he's open. Makes a grab and room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's a bang-bang type play.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Out wide left, it's Gibson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Throwing. Lewis fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Buckeyes. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They pushed the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Lewis fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Left side is Gibson. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And listen, everything's four-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game, so it's okay you didn't get the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense can get a stop?
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. To the air again, Lewis. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Lewis to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with a penalty.
Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. He's got the first down. Still on his feet. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Looking for a huge play. It's complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Play fake, Lewis. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Just gets rid of that one.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Lewis. Right down the middle. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
They've moved it to the 19. First and 10. On first down, the quarterback sneak. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They need a huge play on third and long. Keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down. And let's see if they try to convert on fourth. The Buffs now use their third and final timeout. And we'll see if this is an issue the rest of the way. They have no way to stop the clock. Smashes in between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Short completion on first down, and here comes second and 8. He wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Smith. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.